the biggest buzzword right now is disruption. Disruption in every sense of the word, at home, our social lives, and at work. At work, things get faster and faster. The role of the secretary is slowly diminishing. And I think I applaud this company that saw this trend something like 15 years ago. And it was a great disruption at the time because practically everybody had an assistant, had a secretary. So when the human resource said, first, if you need one, this person is no longer called a secretary, it's an administrative staff. They will support not just one person, they will support a few people, and they would do a lot more other types of work. Now that's a big disruption. I remember there was a lot of protest. It also, people were uncomfortable because when you have a secretary, it means that you have arrived, you know, and you have this person assisting you, so on and so forth. So we had to move that thinking away. Being in that position doesn't mean that you have arrived. It actually means that you need to lead people. I know that even in today's context, people of a certain age group find it very difficult to move away from that concept. So when I arrive, I will stay there. I won't move because I earned it. Don't take that away from me. So their behavior will be in a situation where what we call old school. They will be practicing what they're more familiar with. We have done away with a lot of these things. So now it's very much changed. I'm so proud to announce that all the secretaries, many of them, have actually moved on. They've taken night classes. They've actually developed themselves. One of them has even gone over to India, and she has taken over a human resource role with the title of General Manager. I'm very proud of her because I know she has been upgrading herself. She did a diploma in human resource and later on she took a degree. Kudos to her. She spent 3 years in India. Not exactly a bed of roses, but she took up the challenge and she's back here now. She's finished her tour of duty, 3 years. So in the company that I'm in, what I can see, there are many opportunities, but it's a case of whether you're willing to take them or not. I find that people are very stressed these days, and I'm trying to figure out why. And my conclusion is this. The world has changed so fast, which means the requirement of the organization to actually adapt is just as quick. So the demands of management is up here now. But for many of the people, for all of us, our skills and capabilities are probably over here. And I know the comments that the people make. I work very hard, but I'm not appreciated. So working very hard does not work, but building up skills and capabilities that are required to deal with today's situation is what is required. Roles have changed, and if we continue to be in those roles with those functions, it's not going to work because they're going to slowly disappear. So in the workplace, we are trying to get everybody to understand that. There is a project that I'm working on. One of the biggest change that we see is in the space of information technology. Generally, the kind of information technology which we have for an organization such as ours is generally infrastructure type, service desk, what I call keeping the lights on. But the demands are no longer like this. It requires information technology to be a big addition as a strategic role now to get the company ahead of its competitors. So this project that I'm working with, we are first culling information. How do people see this role within the department? within its internal customers, which is all of us. We have collected information. We have actually redesigned the entire department. The next thing we do is this. What are the capabilities that are required in these roles? And after we do that, we will bring the people up to fill those positions. We will also look into the development of the people, because there will be situations where their strengths are more relevant for certain types of roles. We will have meetings with them, discuss with them what are their interests, where they're more inclined to develop themselves. And once we do that, we will actually put them on a development route to fill those positions. There will be roles that we cannot fill, and in such situations, we definitely have to buy from outside.